All right, we are back. And so I guess no audio in the live stream, but we are doing a beer review of PBR, Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer, selected as America's Best in 1893. Got a pretty cool little can on it. This is the 16-ounce Godzilla version, I guess. I already cracked it because I thought I was doing a live stream, and I guess not, but tried to pour it pretty aggressively. Had a little head on it, but that's already fizzled out. As you can see, extremely pale. That's the first thing I've noticed about this beer. But as far as the smell goes, oh, I get a little bit of bitterness, maybe a hint of hops, and some of that like corn. I would say like a corn smell. But overall, not as funky as that Natty Daddy. A lot less funky than Natty Daddy. But as you can see, that head completely gone. Lots of carbonation, noticing lots of bubbles. Yeah, I mean, maybe a little funk, but not anything grotesque. Let's give it a taste. I mean, really not bad. You get just a smidgen of that funky aftertaste that you usually get with these cheapies, but I gotta say though, this is a lot more drinkable than that Natty Daddy. That Natty Daddy, obviously, being that it's 3.3% more alcohol. You can definitely feel that. But yeah, this is extremely drinkable. Lots of carbonation. Let's give it another drink. Yeah, you get a little bit of that hoppy bitterness right at the beginning. And then on the aftertaste, I don't know if that's corn. I'm going to say it's corn. I think it's corn. But you get that corn kind of sweetness, I guess. It's just kind of a funk. I don't know. All these cheapies seem to have that same sort of a profile. But this one is a lot more, or how do I say, a lot less grotesque, I guess. I would definitely, I think I paid $5.50 for this 6-pack, these 16-ounce cans, and I didn't want to get a 30-pack because, well, I don't drink like that for one. Try not to. And the price per ounce wasn't really that much different. So when you factor in the bottle deposit, I think the 16-ounce cans are the way to go. I think they're the way to go. But yeah, it's for a cheap beer, I mean, this has got to be one of the least grotesque beers. Because I mean, you can get into some pretty wild shit, in this category for this price point. But yeah, I would take this over virtually anything at this price point. It's very smooth. Like I said, you get a little bit at the end, it's like rancid corn bitterness or funk. But you definitely can taste a faint hint of hops in there, more so than that Natty Daddy. That Natty Daddy was just straight killer. Straight killer, but this is all right. This is not bad. Very drinkable. I'd take this over a Bud Light. I'd take this over a Bud Light, or a Natty Light, or a Busch Light, or a Miller Light. Definitely over a Miller High Life. This really reminds me of Red Dog. I don't know if you guys have ever had that. It's hard to find in some spots, but my local Meijer years ago used to sell it. It was the cheapest option on the shelf, and it was one of the better ones. It was very similar to this, and I actually think that the makers of Red Dog also make PBR. I'm not sure if Red Dog is still around or not. It's been a long time since I've seen it, or noticed it, I guess. But I don't go looking for beer when I go shopping at the grocery store. But given all the stress that I've been under, I figured I'd give myself a break and crack a cold one at the end of the night. Crack a cold one, and I'm trying to learn how to wind down in good old Wayne, Michigan, right? You gotta learn how to wind down in this fucking place. But as far as a grade goes, I'm gonna give it a C. It's very average. There's nothing spectacular about it, but there's nothing really repulsive about it either, which at this price point is really all that you can ask for. But in its category, I'm going to give this probably an A minus. I would say there's probably a beer out there that's a little smoother, around the same price. I don't know. Maybe at stores with more options than at your local Walmart or something. Your options are gonna be rather limited, but this is about as good as you're gonna get in this category. I would say that's probably the score I would give it, an A minus in its class, and maybe a C or a C. Maybe a C or a C plus. Sorry, my son's mad about his Play-Doh. Yeah, very drinkable. I could see you cutting the grass and having a few of these, and I think it would be very refreshing. Very drinkable. Carbonated, gives you a little bit of bite, a little bit of bitterness in the beginning, and it keeps the funky aftertaste, that corn kind of swill aftertaste, to a minimum. So thumbs up to the PBR.